Hello and welcome to my corner of the world. Today I'm going to share with you a gift that I'm making for my team, and it's a pretty little gift bag, and then when you open it up, on the inside we have a lovely decorated candle. Now this is one of those ones that has a battery in it, so we don't have to worry about things catching fire when it's alight. So this is about 2 inches across the base, and it's about 2 to 2.5 inches. It's about 2.5 inches high. So let's make a start so I can share this with you. So we're going to start with some designer series paper, and the products I'm sharing with you, I'm making these gifts with today, are the Winter Wonderland suite. So I'm using this DSP, and then the Snowflake Elements, the Winter Wonderland washi tape, and then the Winter Wonderland embellishments. And they are all still available in the catalogue. So these pieces, I've chosen this one with the little pine cone in there, and this piece is 7 inches wide by 1.5 inches, and then this piece here, and we're going to use the other side, is 7 by 3/4 inch. So we're going to start by putting some snail adhesive on the back of this piece, and we're going to attach it to the back so that we've just got a contrast like that. And I'm using my silicone pad so I don't get adhesive all over my work surface. And then with some double-sided tape, I'm just going to take a little piece and making sure I got it the right way round. I'm just going to add a piece to the end there, and then with my candle, there it is, I'm going to roll it round like this, and just take off the backing paper of my double-sided tape like that, and then just line everything up and press firmly, and there, we've got that. So for my embellishments, I'm going to be using some of the sequin trim, and the first thing I'm going to do is to put a glue dot to the back, and I'm going to cover the little gap there, or the join, and then going to find the middle of my piece of trim and then just stick that on there, and that just holds it in place and stops it sagging. Then just wind it round, and then a couple of glue dots, whoops, come on, behave, like that, and then I'll just pull up this piece and stick it there, and then put the other glue dot just to the side of it, and then bring my other piece of my other side up. Oh, looks like I kind of was a bit mean on cutting that, never mind. I'll just put another glue dot in, and no one will be any the wiser. There we go. And then just pull this piece down, and I want this to be as flat as possible so I haven't got a lot of bulk when I come to put my final embellishment on. And then with this lovely gold cording, I'm just going to wind a length around the, there we go, around the candle, come on, there we go. And then pull a knot, and then just trim off the extra. Okay, so we've got that part for now. Now I'm going to work on my embellishment, and for this I'm using the wooden snowflakes, and then this embellishment here, and then with my 7/8 punch, scallop punch, I'm just going to cut a piece out of the black glimmer paper. And this is all going to be assembled using glue dots, and you want to put your glue dots on the glimmer paper and this embellishment here. For some reason it won't, you know, I struggled to get it to stick directly onto the snowflake without putting a lot of pressure on it. So once you've done it like this, you're able to put a lot of pressure on there. So I'm just gonna attach those two, push down firmly, and then I'll be able to put my embellishment on there, down firmly like that, and we're good to go. And then I'm going to use a little bit of dimensional. Oops, something else stuck to my hand. And I'm just gonna hook it underneath like that, and then ease the back off. Ready. Now the other thing I'm going to do is to just quickly turn this over, and I'm going to put a glue dot to the top and to the bottom, and that will make a bit more sense in a second when I show you. So I've going to attach that like that to hold it firmly in place. And then, because I've got those little glue dots in the back, I'm going to just stick the raw end of this piece of cording and just attach it into that glue dot there. Just use my piercing tool to just hold it, and then do that top and bottom like that. And this was something of a happy accident that I found when I was doing it. So look, you get, oh, that looks just so pretty with those loopy bits there. Okay, so there's the candle finished. So now we're going to go on and make the little gift bag. Now I've kind of made a start on the gift bag because I found that the paper I chose, which coordinates with the paper around the here, the glare with the light meant I couldn't see the score marks properly. So I went ahead and cut it out, and I used the scoreboard here. This is the gift bag scoreboard, and I've got some just some craft paper here which hasn't got a shine on it, so I can basically show you how it works. So this piece of paper is 6 by 10, and it makes a perfect size bag for this project. And I'm going to start by putting it in and lining up, stopping it lining up here with the start line here. And I'm going to punch down and do my horizontal, and because I'm making the small bag, I'm going to put a score line on the small. And I slide along, and I'm going to put this little pointy bit on my previous score. This time I'm making a side, so I'm going to punch, and I'm going to use the side, and then I'm going to do the little triangle-y thing, and then this one in the middle. So that's my side. So next I'm going to do a front or the back, depending on where this bag goes. So I've lined up my pointy bit with the score line, punch, and I'm just going to use the small score line. Oh, and you must remember to keep on with that horizontal line there. And then I'm just going to slide it along, and this is going to be a side again. So I'm going to use the side score line. I'm going to do my triangle bit like that, and of course to punch, and then I'm just going to slide it along so that my little pointy thing is on this final score line here and punch again. And there we have our bag. So that's what I did with my other piece. And I really struggled in the lights to see my score lines, which is why I decided to take the piece of use a piece of craft paper. So then we're going to cut off this piece here. We don't need that bit, and we're just going to give a little chamfer on there. And now I'm going to be putting in my score lines, and you want to do it very gently with this paper. You don't want to distress it too much. So I'm just going to work on my piercing mat, and that just gives it a nice soft surface to work on. So there's my end tab, and then I'm just going to put in my major folds like this. I'll do this like this first, and then it'll be easier when I'm working on my mat. There we go. This is such gorgeous paper. It truly is lovely, lovely paper. And this particular design is exactly the same as the one I used to go around the candle, except it doesn't have the little pine cone on it, which gives it a different appearance, but still is kind of in keeping. So I'm going to use my fast fuse on the tab here, and I'm going to fold it down and then just line it up so that I get a nice bag like that. Perfect. And then the two side pieces go in, and you're going to put some adhesive on this piece here, and I'm going to use the fast fuse again, kind of working in the dark a bit there. And then just making sure everything is square like that. And I pop it down, and then just use the scoring tool, excuse my head, just to press that down, and then back in with the fast fuse, and then just press that firmly down. So then if you just squeeze it in like this, and it will just bring the little side folds into play for you, like that. Lovely. Right, so for my closure, I cut a piece of black using the smallest die in the Deco Labels pack, and I have put a score line halfway across the broadest part like that, and with some fast fuse. If you don't have any of this in your stash, you really need to think about getting some, because it really is super stuff. Now, making sure the back of the bag is away from me, I'm going to start by putting the unglued bit to the front of the bag, and I'm just lining it up, making sure that it's even like that, and then I'm just going to fold that over, and it's moved, never mind, and press it firmly down. So I've got my closure. And then for my tag, so I made myself a tag, and the Love, Peace and Joy comes from the Little Something stamp set, and all I did was emboss it in gold. I used some of the washi tape from the Winter Wonderland collection along the bottom here, a couple of stars cut out with with glimmer paper and the star punch from the Itty Bitty stamp pack. Cut it out with this note label punch, and then just simply threaded a piece of the gold cording through. So now if I put my candle in, now if I put it in sideways like this, there'd be enough room for that embellishment to go in as well without getting too damaged, like that. And then if I fold this in and just persuade it gently to snuggle around that candle, fold it like this, and then with the little tag I made, I'm going to pop that over the top, and then, and it's disappeared, wouldn't you just know it? Okay, we have some of these lovely gold coloured mini clothespins. Let's just start again. And we're just gonna, ooh, it's being troublesome, hook it over the top. And there, we've got a lovely little, lovely gift. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this project. I will put more details on my blog. As I said, the supplies are still available from Stampin' Up through me, and I would be thrilled and delighted if you would go along and build up your stash, and I just look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.